Aari's Arirang adventure, EJ Bang. Arirang, in Korean, carries many meanings and never ceases to be defined, and its meaning becomes deeper and changes as you mature through life. Many who speak Korean will carry their own definitions of its sound and enjoy its cathartic impact on the body and emotions. My grandma would move her shoulders up and down as if they were ocean waves and smile in spite of trials and tribulations. One could say accepting regardless, rolling with the punches, being porous, or dancing it out. However, these limit the unlimited nature of the word, or the sound, or the impact of the sound of the word. For our next adventure together, please share your Arirang adventure based on what puzzle pieces you have collected from the story and from your lived experiences, and what definitions of Arirang you are able to make. Also, what word or sound in your language do you have like Arirang, or perhaps a word or sound of your own creation? Contact EJ Bang at iastate.edu. To receive a free ebook version of Aari's Arirang adventure, use the URL address below. Once you've downloaded the book, make sure to change your PDF view setting by selecting View, Page Display, to Page View. The book pages will be displayed side by side. 2021 Aari's Arirang Adventure by EJ Bang is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives 4.0 International License, except where otherwise noted. Dedication: for living humans whose actions have evolved to the level of angels and who have made the world a better place through their faith, courage, and friendships. For those humans who came before and lived unknown but left behind their stories to only a few. For my late grandparents, love you. Aari has been standing in a corner of Miss Babadiv's house. This is the corner with the Picasso animal drawings. There is a dove, an owl, a horse, a bull, and a penguin. An elephant made out of dried tree leaves is standing with its trunk aimed up high. For some time, Aari stands anxiously in the corner. This is her first night at Miss Babadiv's beautiful blue house. Carefully, Miss Babadiv makes Ukrainian kasha for Aari with spoonfuls of honey collected last year. One day at a farmer's market, among the vast cornfields, Miss Babadiv, who lost her son, found Aari in a dark street corner. In the early morning's bright sun, amid the vibrant din of the market. "You will be my daughter, and you will be loved," said Miss Babadiv. In the blue house on Seattle Street, Miss Babadiv greets Aari every evening before bed and always says, "Good night, Aari," at the side of her bed. It would take some time, of course, maybe 3 years, she murmurs. When Miss Babadiv cooks in her kitchen, the radio is always on. From time to time, when soft violin music plays, she would stop cooking and close her eyes. My little boy played violin just like that. Then she would slowly open her deep, wrinkled eyes while swaying her body to the music. She would hold her hands together to her heart and quietly cry. I don't want her to cry. I want to make her smile, intuits Aari, who is slowly turning her head up from the corner. Aari loved singing in the village festivals when she was young. She loved playing bus driver, using the door of a house, assuring every passenger that her door bus would take them to the farthest corners of the world. She became a school dog when she wasn't sent to the village kindergarten, following along with her friends where she learned songs and dances and the alphabet delivered by the wind through the window. She loved playing school with neighborhood kids, quizzing each of them on what they had learned at school. One day, Miss Babari's old friend, Miss Manik, came over. She must have been born somewhere in Eastern Asia. You were born somewhere in Eastern Europe, weren't you? Coincidence? Where did all of your young dances go? You were a famous dancer. Then the war broke. Do you remember that? Absurdity. How about the times in New York as a cleaning lady? You never stopped going to that night school. Perseverance. Somewhere among the early adventures of Aari, little by little, she naturally found a corner off center stage, and anxiously standing there, heard the words, "Only if you were a boy. Only if you didn't speak awkwardly. Only if your hair weren't black. Only if you had double eyelids." And then one day, she mimics these words while spying her own reflection in a rain puddle. Only if I were a boy. Only if I didn't speak awkwardly. Only if my hair were not black. Only if I had double eyelids. Aari tried to be loved and to belong. Somehow Aari hears the same march of chants. Only if you were. Only if I were. Only if you were. Only if I were. Only if you were. Only if I were. Mr. Tomatover loves training his brain by memorizing poems while walking his dog near the blue house. Would you like me to recite some passages? How about this one?